Okay, this is weird. I've never done this before, but I am going live with some insane sections of my hair to quickly catch you up. Nobody's here, but if this gets posted afterwards, I am going to be using the Strawberry Leopard, Strawberry Leopard Neons. This is Neptune Baby. I also have the Iroiro Neon Blue. And then I also do have the Iroiro 20 Purple. I did a couple of test strands and I bleached my hair today. It actually lifted pretty dang evenly. But I did some test strands to make sure that they didn't turn super blue since my hair did lift fairly yellow. The purple is in here somewhere. And then I have the two different blues on this side. My overall plan is to do this on the front two sections and then this big chunk here. I'm also going to do these guys. I'm starting with this one since it is kind of the lightest. I'm going to go on this section and then anything without clips. The parts that have clips are going to be purple. So let's do this. I only have 5 gloves. Let's see how it turns out. Okay. All right. Hello, hello, hello. So, crazy sections. These are the 3 colors. We're going to see how it looks, but I'm starting with the lightest color, neon blue. A couple of test strands earlier because obviously this is very, very yellow, but now it turned green, so we're going for it. So, we're going for it. Of course, I'd get a phone call now, huh? Hey, my Liv.
Hi, my Liv. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad.
Hey, really quick, just so you know, I started a live video on YouTube and I don't have hands to stop that, so just so you know. What's up?
Well, I was just checking to see what you had going on.
I just put the first blue section in my hair, and that's about where I'm at.
Okay.
You on your way home?
Quite yet.
Okay. Has it been a pretty good day?
Yeah, it's been fine.
Good. Well, I think I might let you go for now, unless you had anything else you wanted to chat about.
No, I think I can let you go and we'll just see a little bit.
Sounds good. Well, I love you.
I love you.
Bye, my love.
Bye, my love.
Okay. I've never used this brand before. Shoot, I'm hoping that it looks pretty good. And I'm also going to give myself a lot of grace on this actually looking good. It'll look good. But, give myself some grace on sloppiness because it's been a minute since I had fun hair. Love Mel. Well, hello, Mel. I feel like I should have music going, but I'm also like, I don't know if that's allowed on live videos or if I'll end up getting sued. So just me, myself, and I. Whoops. I have trash bags basically lining like everything behind me. Oh, you can't see anything, but the gloves I'm using are clear. And I totally just laid the perp or the blue dye on top of all of my extra gloves. So now they have a little bit of blue dye on them, but that's okay. Okay. So my natural hair color, I see your comment there that you wish you could dye your hair, but it's just too dark. My natural hair color is the same as my eyebrows, you know, and bleach I really think is very damaging to your hair. It's not something you should use, but if you do want to achieve, and I'm talking bleach, not like cleaning bleach, because that is silly, silly, silly. But there's a lot of really great tutorials out there on bleaching your hair at home. Obviously, a professional would be the way to go, but it's expensive. I was fortunate enough that I was pretty young when I started messing around with dyeing my hair different colors and whatnot and bleaching my own hair. So before I was even like out of high school, I had figured out how to and not to fry my hair with bleach. And even then I still had a couple of whoopsies, you know, but self-expression through lots of different facets can be fun. I've not really had dark hair. Well, actually, that's not true. Freshman year of college, maybe sophomore year of college, I don't quite remember. No, it would have been freshman year of college because I started working at a bar. I was working at a bar, and the colors of the bar were black and blue. So naturally, me with my full spirit dyed my hair black and blue. And it was an under-the-table job, and I never ended up getting paid. So learned a lot of lessons there, but I enjoyed having dark hair for a little while. It's kind of fun. Thank you for your comments, by the way. If you have a second to share. Maybe other people can hop on too, but just kind of happy I'm not just sitting here by myself. I feel like this is like little blue devil horns. Haha. Oh man. Teal highlights would be really fun. I think dark hair definitely presents some challenges when you're trying to do some fun stuff. But there's a lot of great ways to combat that too. And if you have a good stylist, they can usually really help you out with some of that too. Or if you want to just get creative and go all out and just try it, then you can learn what works and what doesn't work for you. And that is a lot of fun sometimes. I did not grab enough clips for this. Oh, there's still this one. Just trying to remember that's a purple side. Okay. Now let's see blue. What else is going to be blue? So let's see. That one's going to be purple. So this one's purple. So this one is blue. I don't think I've ever done teal highlights before. I was really thinking I would do pink highlights with this, but I ended up just getting blues and purples. Which I've been wanting to do in my hair for a minute. I sat on it for like, probably since about Christmas, actually. Maybe even Thanksgiving, because my grandma had mentioned, like, when I cut my hair, because I cut it from, like, I don't know, it was probably halfway down my back, maybe slightly less long than that, but my grandma had said, like, oh, I thought you were growing out all of your hair for your mother's wedding. I was like, I grow my hair and do my hair for nobody, so nope, I was not doing that. But I don't know, she had mentioned that, and I was like, you know what? Not only do I want to cut my hair, I want to dye my hair, and that's what I am doing. Okay. Don't know the best way to do this. So I'm just going to try my best. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I see a comment that you don't really know anyone that dyes their hair. So I feel like there are some people who, dye their hair all the time, all the time, all the time. And some people who are super against it. And it's interesting to me, to hear the social dynamics of some of it. I had a friend, well, she was like a friend in middle school who has been posting like her opinions of, so it's like opinions that she did not agree with when she was a kid, but that she full-heartedly agrees with now that she's a mom. And I respect her for putting her opinions online because there's not, whoops. That's why I have garbage bags everywhere. I just dropped that. But sometimes there's not, room and space when you're talking one-on-one with people to talk about like your opinions and stuff. And while I don't agree with all of her opinions, I still think it's cool that she's sharing them. But because it's her profile, I can say whatever I want here. She can say whatever she wants on hers. But she had mentioned like, she doesn't agree with people dyeing their hair, and especially like fashion colors like these. And she had made like some comment about oh, what did she say? She was like, I don't really agree with fashion colors and what they suggest, if you know what I mean. And so there's definitely still some negative connotation behind brightly colored hair, but it's also fun. So I like it, and I'm going to keep doing it. And obviously I took some time off from doing that. On my page, you'll see I've done a lot of makeup videos and whatnot over the last little while, but not necessarily hair videos, because I was giving my hair a little bit of time to just grow out and chill out. And so I haven't bleached my hair, which bleaching is this blonde color. Because again, my natural color is my eyebrows. But I haven't bleached my hair since April of 2023. So almost 2 years ago now, which is crazy. We're almost over with January of 2025. It's insane. Okay, well, we'll work on that. Yeah, definitely. So your comment, I agree with you. I think hair is really fun, and I don't understand why some people think it's bad or something. Like, it's just hair, relax. I totally agree with you. Again, though, like, I really think that people do get to share whatever opinion they want. And I think this last year, I had a really hard time remembering that I don't have to receive everyone's opinions. Like, people can say it, but for it to get to me, that is me. Like if someone says like, oh, your hair is ugly, they can say that. They can say whatever they want to say, but if I let it get to me, then that's my problem, because I didn't stop it. I didn't put the boundary there, to let my brain spiral out on it. And so that's been something I've been working on a lot, is just allowing myself to remember that other people don't have to agree with what I'm doing. I don't have to, I don't have to ingest and work through what they say or bow down to what they say. I am entitled to do what I want to do just as much as they're entitled to do whatever they want to do. And yeah, some people should just relax and should just keep their mouth shut. But also, it's kind of like, that kindergarten saying of like, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off of me and sticks to you. I don't know if you've ever heard that. And it's something that I have a really hard time remembering. But it's really important. And I've been reading some pretty good books this year. And just kind of like in the self-help sort of category. And it's really interesting how much of it's just like other people are going to do what other people are going to do. It's not your problem, so don't let it be your problem. Hello, yourself. Welcome to a lovely Saturday evening. What are we doing? We're doing some crazy ass hair. So, I have 3 different hair dyes here. I have a light blue that we're working on now. I have a purple, which we're going to work on next. Purple. And then we also have a Neptune blue. And you can see all the different sections. I'm going to be putting things in different spots, kind of a pinwheel style. And yeah. Yeah, okay, so you totally agree. Some people think the same thing about makeup. Like a lot of people think you wear it because you're insecure, but that's not usually the case. I actually fully agree with that. And like I mentioned, I took about a year off of dyeing my hair, and I typically do some pretty out there makeup looks. But I toned it back quite a bit because I was just kind of like, I want to make sure that I am not putting too much of my self-validation into my makeup and my hair. And after, I still did hair and makeup. Like I had tinsel in my hair for the last couple of months, so it's just like pretty shinies. And then I still, was doing makeup, just not as often. I've let my skin kind of just breathe. And I realized that like I don't really put any self-worth into my outward appearance because like I just am who I am. But I do think it's still really fun, and hair and makeup is absolutely an art form. And it's fun. Just really fun. Dang, 14 bracelets. That's impressive. I made a couple of bracelets this week also, but I only made like 4. Took me like, maybe I made a few more than that, but definitely took me more than 4 hours, that's for sure. I don't know what a PFP is. Profile pic, okay. Yeah, good. Well, I'm glad that you do your makeup for self-expression, because that is exactly what makeup is for, in my opinion. Chill vibes only. Okay. That guy is done. I think that is all of the blue sections that I'm doing. At least this color of blue. So I'm going to go ahead and move along to this top section here. We're going to do purple. Guess what? I'm going to say chicken butt. Yeah, I'll do. Okay. Get something to wipe my gloves. BRB. Well, thank you. I'm excited to see how my hair turns out. Thank you both for joining here. And 31 drawings is fantastic, especially in 2 hours. Keep drawing. Keep doing you. It's important to have those creative outlets. Very, very important. Ooh. That is funny. I don't have a TV. But that is super cool. Yeah, it's super awesome to be able to draw that much in 2 hours. Definitely get the Guinness Book of World Records in there. Alrighty, on to purple. Yes, magic is the answer for everything. I love it. This world is full of magic, especially when you create it on your own. Alright, so the purple that I'm using is going to be the 2020 purple by Iroiro. These are all semi-permanent. And all brands that I have not tried before, so I'm going to keep track of how this all fades out so that others can know. Valley Beauty Supply, which is where, you know, you'd go to buy hair dyes and whatnot. The girls that were in there had not really heard from people before or not been given any sort of reviews on these products, and so I'm hoping to contribute. I would say that unfortunately, maybe fortunately, who knows, but I enjoy doing like Google reviews and stuff, and reviewing different products. My husband and I travel quite extensively, and when we go to new restaurants or, you know, different venues, Google, just being Google and tracking your location, they do ask like, hey, you know, give us a review of this location you went to. And so I've contributed to quite a few of those. So I'm just hoping, like, you know, after trying these products for the first time, I can maybe be of a little bit of assistance, because so far I seem to really like them. I think the consistencies are really nice and they smell good. Sometimes hair dye can be very chemically. And this kind of just smells, the blue one smells like blueberry in my opinion. It might just be like the psychology side being like, oh yeah, it's blue, so it smells like blueberries. But I think it smells like blueberries. Yeah, definitely. I am very lucky to have a remote job. And I'm also in a remote online program for my master's program. So, you know, travel is something that I have prioritized a lot, and my husband has prioritized it a lot. We actually, I'm gonna give you a love story you didn't ask for, but we worked at a hotel together. Not a fancy hotel by any means. It was just like a regular Super 8 and a Baymont. Kind of two hotels under one management type of thing. And so I worked with him a couple of days a week. And we would always be checking people into their hotels and asking them, you know, about where they're traveling to or from, or, you know, what they're doing for work, or if they're there for pleasure, you know, whatnot. And so it was really awesome to, well, thank you for coming. But it was really awesome to be able to, you know, just kind of get to know somebody, my husband, through like talking about how cool it would be to go to all these places that people were mentioning, or like, you know, what life would look like if travel was part of it. And just kind of through growing our friendship, we were able to kind of realize that, like, oh, maybe this is more than friendship. And so, you know, we basically quit our jobs and started traveling. I was still in my bachelor's program. This was 2021. I was in my bachelor's program at school, and at that time, you know, 2021, things were COVID. So I was fully remote for school, even though that was not the intention, but it just kind of worked out that way. And I was able to finish school, and we were able to travel for a couple of months after just saving up. And then when the money ran out, we basically just moved back near home. I got a job as a waitress for a little bit, and he did some odd jobs. We saved up more money, just left and did it again. And then after, you know, realizing, oh my gosh, what are we going to do for the winter? We got an apartment for a little bit. And this remote job just kind of landed in my lap after working with the company on some other projects. And I really like the company I work for. I really think that this master's program that I'm in now allows me to do anything and everything that I want when it comes to creating content, whether it be, oh, thank you. I'm really happy for me too. But I think that my master's program will be really good for me for and different leadership roles in the future. It'll be great for the current employment that I'm in, as well as, you know, future prospects if I want to switch to, you know, a different kind of style. Right now, I'm not really sure what our travel future is going to look like. I'm sure that for the next like 6 months, we're going to continue on the same path that we've been on for a little while. We basically are up in North Idaho for the summertime, and down in Arizona for the winter time to, you know, not get hit with all the snow and everything. But we shall see what next winter holds, because even though I like Tucson and being in the desert, I am also really looking forward to a change of pace. Man, this purple is so purple. Wow. Ah! Alright, purple. Okay, so this purple section, I believe, is done. So we're going to wrap her up. Man, I wish I had like 3 more clips. Would have been smart. Let's see. Go ahead and just smush that there. Hope for the best. So our next section is going to be this guy. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm sure that, you know, everything will be great. I saw that you caught the beginning of my live stream, and so, you know, obviously he gave me a call really quick, and it's really cool to have a partner that's just like down for the ride. We're both, well, it sounds like he's just getting home. We're both like very much spontaneous planners, and I know that's a little bit of a contradiction on itself, but we really enjoy just living. L-I-V-I-N. Oh man, this is taking a long time. I guess not as long as I thought. It's only been about 40 minutes, but it's like only half of my head done. Good. Yeah, you know, sometimes life just gives you the unexpected, and, you know, you have the option of getting all wigged out by it or just rolling with the punches. And sometimes it's hard to remember that having a buddy along the way is really helpful. I'm curious, how did you find my channel? And also, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Ah, from my makeup videos. I knew I'd seen your profile picture before. Ooh, Paris would be fun. I don't know if Paris has ever been a big one on my bucket list, just because I'm not a big city person, but I would really love to go to like Peru or honestly go on some type of safari in Africa, I think would be beautiful. Hey, gotta manifest, right? Okay, this one is supposed to be purple. Good, good, because I would have not been good if I was supposed to do a different color. Ah! I knew that was only going to last so long. That's okay. There. Ah, there we go. Oop. Oh yeah, definitely. Paris, definitely has been city of romance for sure. I've had a few friends who got to travel there, a lot of different reasons, and they say the weather is garbage, but the experience there as a tourist is actually pretty nice, and the diet there is much, it's very much like bread and whereas in the United States bread's kind of like frowned upon sometimes if you care about that sort of thing, and it's interesting because the quality is so much different, and so you can eat, what I've heard is you can just eat and eat and eat all the bread that you want, and you're never gonna feel it in the same way that you would with the bread here. I'm sure that there are things like that for all sorts of things in every country, but just kind of an interesting observation. I hadn't thought about that myself. There's a travel channel that I absolutely love to follow, and it is Kara and Nate, and they are on their 9th year of full-time traveling, and it looks like this is probably going to be their last year of travel without, having a home base per se, because they typically do like a lot of Airbnbs. They have their van and stuff. But I really enjoyed following their page, and something that I would love to do because I haven't really done much out of country travel. I've been to Canada, but that's it. They do the Christmas markets that are over in Europe. And I just think that would be super, super cool because it's not an experience that I've ever had. And it seems like they get to see and do so much cool stuff and eat amazing, amazing food. And I just think that's excellent. Let's see. So I have a few pieces here. I'm in love. I'm still live on YouTube, just so you know. Okay. Let's see. So that one is going to be... I wanted this one to be purple, but I kind of want it to be blue now. I'll just mix the two. Yeah. Whoops. Woo. You're going to be very impressed with the garbage bag system I have on all of our stuff in here. Yeah, I know, it's crazy in here.
I'll be back.
Okay. I think by the time you're back, I'll probably be done. And I hope. You may hear in the background my lovely dog. She is probably going to go crazy because my husband is going for a little walk without her. But that is okay. She's a 10-year-old pit bull. She's cute. She is a pit bull Saint Bernard, which, I mean, I don't know how much you can really see the Saint Bernard in her, but she is adorable. And she's very small, considering her makeup being two fairly large animals. She's like, oh, I just got it on my neck. Oh man, I wish I had an extra mirror so I could actually see what I was doing. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, dogs definitely can be a lot of work. I would say they're absolutely worth it because you get a built-in best friend and protector. And you know, the thing with dogs though is that you have to be willing to give so much of yourself because yeah, they're your dog, but they're really like your companion. And so if you're not in a spot to be able to give that time and energy and effort, then, you know, dog might not be a perfect best fit. And that's okay, because I think it's important to realize that before you get a dog instead of after, which is, I guess, you know, how a lot of dogs end up in the pound. You know, people who get puppies, their dog ends up being too big for them when it's fully grown and stuff like that. And so it's important to think about those things for sure. And some people talk about like not having the space for a dog, but honestly, like, I love seeing travel vlogs and travel videos of people who have dogs and stuff, and you know, maybe they're just living in their van or whatever, and we live in a pull behind trailer, and it's not about the space that you have, it's just about the accommodations that you'll make for them to still have a good quality of life. I grew up with a lot of pets, like I would argue like an unsafe amount of pets actually. And my parents were not super big on spaying and neutering animals, which, you know, growing up, I don't know the difference because it's just not what I knew about, wasn't what I was used to, but it is very important to spay and neuter your animals, and there's a lot of animals on this planet, and puppies are cute, don't get me wrong. Kittens are cute. But gotta be responsible. And that is just another opinion. Okay. I think we get to move on to the fun part now. This is the paper towel that I've been using in between colors. A lot of dye on there. Okay. So basically everything that's on my head is going to be going to this other last color here. And this one is called Neptune Baby. I have a swatch of it right here. And it is very much like a turquoisey color. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Let's do it. Thank you. I think it'll look pretty nice. My goal with this hair was really to be more blue than anything. I do kind of think that this blue pulls very purple, and then obviously I put the purple straight on the top of my head. But I think with having, let's do this section first actually. I think with having so much, I need to wipe the back of my neck. I got a big glob on my neck earlier. But I think with leaving these big sections for last and being so visible in the front and on the top of my head, the crown part here, it'll be very much so obvious that there's this very blue color. So for those who are just joining, thank you very much for checking out what we got going on here. I have 3 different colors going into my hair right now. The first one that I put in was the Neon Blue by Iroiro. The next one that I put in was the 20 Purple by Iroiro. And then this last one that we're going to, you can see it swatched here, is the Neptune Baby. So I hope you like it. Go ahead and share it with others if you do. How do I want to do this? Not this time. I'm going to do this. Yeah, blue is definitely a fun one. Historically, well, I guess I don't know if that's necessarily true. Historically, I was going to say that I've done a lot more pinks and reds, but I think I've experimented fairly equally at this point with pinks and reds. Oh, look at that. And, like, I've done pink, I've done red, I've done orange, I've done blue, plenty of purple. Actually, I would go to say that purple is the color that I've done the most of, now that I think about it. But I started with a lot of pinks, and I started with a lot of reds, and so, that's why I was gonna say historically, but chronologically, I think that's more accurate. I do think doing all these different sections was definitely worth it to make sure that things are in the spots that I want them to be. I didn't follow a specific sectioning guide by any means. You know, there's a few different ways. There's an infinite amount of ways that you could section your hair. You could dye every single one of your hair a different color if you wanted to. But I was loosely inspired by the pinwheel method. Yeah, dark hair, it's definitely harder to pack a result with dark hair. I haven't tried it myself, but the X Mondo colors are supposed to leave a really nice tint even on dark hair. I would actually really suggest checking out the X Mondo brand. Again, not because I've tried it, but just because of what I have heard others say about it. Seems to be a pretty good option for those with dark hair who want to have a little tint of something, but not necessarily like full blast color. Yeah, and I'm sure too, you know, if you enjoy makeup and hair stuff, you've probably seen some of Brad Mondo's videos. And it's been a minute since I've watched anything of his other than like the old Snapchat reruns, but Brad Mondo is the creator of X Mondo, and so obviously he talks about it. And shows a lot of different reaction videos of people trying that product. And so that's kind of how I've heard about it most. Great marketing, I would say. You know, if I were to ever have a hair color line, that's certainly how I would try to raise awareness, is by doing hairdresser reacts type of videos. Not that I'm a hairdresser, but I do enjoy playing with some hair dye. When I was much younger, I thought about, ew, gross. Fix that. I thought about being a hairdresser. I thought it would be really fun. And I thought that, you know, it'd be really awesome to just like play with people's hair and get to know them while I'm doing their hair and everything. But it's a lot of work. And I myself have like a hard time with my wrists. And I enjoy kayaking a lot and whatnot. I enjoy going snowboarding and doing a lot of different random physical activities. Obviously, in the travel and nomadic lifestyle, those opportunities just kind of find me sometimes. Or I create those opportunities, I guess I could say. But for me, I think that if I were to take up hairdressing as a profession, it would just like destroy my wrists. I don't think that I'd be able to keep up with the demands of the job. And so I'm really glad that I realized that early and found a career path that's a little bit more accommodating. And I'm hoping too that I'm able to create more online content and begin to monetize that. Not just through this channel, but my husband and I actually have another YouTube channel, and maybe after you're done watching this one here, you'd be interested in checking out the other channel, and it's just called Co-Pilots Explore. I'm really hoping that over this year we're able to gain some really awesome followers. Like I mentioned, Kara and Nate, that's a travel channel I like to watch, and they just hit 4 million subscribers this year, which is just like an insane of numbers to me. Insane amount of people. But, you know, if they're able to do it, then I'm able to do it. And I don't want to limit myself on opportunity. So check out Co-Pilots Explore. Eric and Izzy Travel or Adventure, I think is what it is. But, yeah, so looking to share our travel adventures there for sure, and hope to gain a great audience like what Kara and Nate have been able to, you know, create for themselves, because that's just wonderful. Thank you. I'm excited for you to check it out. There's not gonna be really any crossover of hair and makeup, except for one time I did dye the bottom of my hair while we were in the middle of the desert, and that was quite the experience. So I guess there is a little bit of crossover there, but for the most part, this is going to be the spot for all the makeup stuff, and that'll be where all of the travel and other DIY content will kind of land. Oh, just got it in my ear. But it's a lot of fun. And again, like being able to do all that with my husband is really fun. Ooh. So this blue that I'm adding on here, it made me a little bit nervous because my hair starting with is, you know, pretty yellow, like what I'm putting this dye on is pretty yellow. And I've always like avoided green. You'll notice like when I had listed off all the hair colors that I've tried before, that I did not list green because that has never been a color that I've really enjoyed. And it's simply from that silly joke of like when a blonde or redhead and a girl with green hair walk into a bar and everyone's like, oh, it's natural, it's natural. And the green person is like, it's natural, like their boogers are in their hair. And I just always think about that. And like, I think that green hair can be very beautiful, but I just haven't really gone for it. But this is definitely a little bit of a green color. And it's because of the yellow, and obviously yellow plus blue equals green. And I knew that going in, which is why I did a test swatch. So I'm really hoping that after the color sits on it for a little bit, it absorbs that blue tone more than the green. And I mean, I'm not going to be mad about it because, like, I'm just stoked to have cool hair again. Colored hair. But, if I could, like, not have green, that would be cool too. Either way, it'll be pretty. And actually, I was thinking about getting a green color because I feel like purple and blue are so similar on the color spectrum that I wanted to do like a pop of pink throughout it. I had mentioned that earlier, but I didn't get pink and I didn't get anything other than the purple and the blue. And it was kind of just because like I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too many colors, even though like you saw the sectioning here from the get-go. But I was thinking I could do either a pink or a green because I haven't done green before, and that would be kind of a neat thing to try. And there have been some people that I followed online that have really cool blue colors with greens and like whoops and like actually kind of that teal color like you're talking about, which, you know, kind of lean in that green direction. And I think that neon green is a really cool color. Plus, you know, if your hair starts out with yellow, then neon green is a really easy color to cover up yellow because, you know, kind of in the same family. But anyways, I was just thinking like something a little bit more electric would be neat to have in my hair. But I just got these two colors, so I guess all of that to say I'm not super mad about it being a little bit more green than blue, even though that's not what I was going for. It's coming together pretty nicely though. What do you think in the future? Should I keep doing live videos when I touch up my hair? Or is this weird? Yeah, it's definitely a bold color. I guess all colors can kind of be a bold color, huh? You know, the smartest people are the people who do yellow. Because if their hair bleaches to a very yellow color, and mine is like kind of yellow, but it's not like Pikachu, you know? But for those who do have very, very yellow leaning hair, I would almost think that it would be smart just to into that and go full yellow. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you're having fun. I have not done videos like this before. Obviously, you've been following me, but I think it's kind of neat. And YouTube does put a little bit of like a safeguard on it too, because I am a newer, well, I guess I'm not really a newer YouTuber, but just like this channel doesn't have a lot of followers to it. So I think it limits me at being able to have 300 people in a live video, and I can only gain 25 subscribers from a live video up until I get to the point of 1,000 subscribers, and then after that there's like no cap to it. So that's something that I think is kind of interesting and gives me a little bit more motivation to potentially stick with it a little bit more, so that I can gain that following. But this is really just something I do for fun. You know, like I mentioned, as fun as it would be to be a content creator, I really just think this is a fun creative outlet. And you know, I started dyeing my hair when I was 12, so I was just begging my mom, and the first color that she let me do was called Rockstar Red, and it was just the bottom of my hair. But the haircut that I asked for was super, super short in the back, so you could still see the red when I had my hair just down. It was actually about the length that I have right now, maybe slightly shorter. And it took a long time. Well, it felt like it took a long time to convince her to let me dye my hair whatever colors I wanted, but realistically it was probably just a couple of months. And from that point forward, I just kept doing it and kept experimenting. And man, at some point I'll have to see if I can just go back and find pictures. I'm sure that my Facebook has just tons of random pictures that I've posted. Not so much my Instagram. Which is a bummer because I deleted Facebook off of my devices, but I have Instagram. But I would like to see the history of Izzy's hair. Yeah, I think the rules are a little bit annoying, but I also understand because, like, you know, if you were to have someone get on a live video and, you know, what I'm doing, I mean, I don't know how much, I guess people can hate on whatever, but if you get to 300 people versus millions of people, a little bit easier to handle. I don't know. Or on the if I was being a little bit of a tool online, then I'd only be affecting 300 people instead of millions. Whoops. What are some of your favorite types of YouTube content to watch? Let me know down in the comments, in the chat. This is gonna be messy. I'm gonna get this all over my face. Okay. A lot of random stuff, beauty stuff. I like it. I think for me, I used to watch a lot of people's vlogs and whatnot, and it got me really interested in doing some of my own. And obviously, I am enjoying doing makeup and hair and stuff, but I also gotta admit, I think that Mr. Beast is doing something right. I don't know how much he does now. I'm sure still like a whole bunch of different things, but I think it's super cool that here's just some kid on the internet, and now he gets to make such a large impact all across the world because of silly little videos that he used to do. Yeah, review videos are definitely helpful. I also watch a lot of like how-to videos. If I'm thinking about, you know, how to do something, like someone else had commented how they had just made a whole bunch of bracelets today. I just got a whole bunch of glass beads for jewelry making, and I really wanted to figure out how to make this flower pattern, and I gotta say, YouTube comes in clutch for needing a visual on how to do something. Oh, really? Your uncle was part of a Mr. Beast game show. That's super awesome. What was the challenge, or what did he do? Do you remember? This is a pain in the butt. That's fair. I couldn't tell you what any of my uncles do either, to be honest. We're in the last stretch of things here. I think once I finish this little chunk here, I'm probably going to go ahead and sign off. and I will make a reel probably tomorrow when I have my makeup all done up and stuff of how it turns out once it's washed and when it is dry, and maybe I'll do my makeup to match it. Let me know, how should I do my makeup to match this look? Also, since you watch a lot of videos on makeup and reviews and hair and stuff, let me know whose makeup palette I should try to use. I don't own very many right now. I definitely want to get the Lens products, the new palettes by Lens, because she's hilarious. And it seems like the reviews on those are fantastic. But yeah, let me know how I should do my makeup to match my hair. Whoop. Well, I got a whole bunch on my face, but I said I was gonna get it on my face, didn't I? Can't even be mad. I get to be grateful that I have blue hair dye on my head. And I get to be grateful that that means that I splashed it on my face a little bit. Well, I will definitely do some lashes. And I think on that note, I am done. Whoop. So, I'm going to go ahead and log off. But thank you for joining me. I'll definitely post the video of when it is all done with some cool makeup. Thank you. Yes.